What's up, YouTube? This is the Strange Skull again, and I'm here with another episode of Skull Picks. And today, we're going to be taking a look at some comic picks from what's being released now. This is mostly Marvel titles. Sorry, DC fans, but DC just doesn't have a lot to offer at the moment. Now, I was waiting to do this episode for a couple issues to come out, but also with all this YouTube crap going on, you know, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this, but I'm going to soldier on, and again, this channel is not for fucking kids. I'm not the babysitter. I'm not telling you to buy shit. I'm just making suggestions. This is not an advertisement. This is just me informing you what I think is cool out here right now. And today we're going to take a look at a pretty good offering from Marvel, and that is Doctor Doom. Now, there are 2 issues out so far. A third should be coming out. But this is a really good series. I was surprised. I thought this was going to suck, but it's been a pretty good story so far. The story is, there's this, it's really trying to tackle climate change in this. They build this black hole device on the moon, and like, the UN supports it, but Doom vehemently opposes it. Again, they're creating this machine on the moon that's gonna be like a black hole. Oh, sorry. Well. There we go. It creates this black hole on the moon, or a white hole, I can't remember. I think it's probably a white hole, as it's more controllable, and the idea is they can pull energy from it and be able to get rid of stuff that way. And anyway, Doom opposes it, vehemently opposes it, and then it gets attacked. The space station gets attacked, or the station on the moon gets attacked, and apparently they're Latvian extremists, and everyone thinks Doctor Doom ordered it. The UN declares war on Latveria, troops are marching in on Latveria, and Doom surrenders. And just as he's surrendering, he gets jumped by Union Jack, who's like like how the Winter Soldier is, but just for the UK. Doom tramples him, and then also features the return of a certain mutant that hasn't been seen for a very, very long time. Hold on a second here. As you can see right here is Doctor Doom kicking the shit out of Union Jack right here. And this guy right here, corner here, some of you might not recognize him because he's using a different name. This is Agent Zero. Who the 90s X-Men fans might know, this is Maverick. I haven't seen him in an X-Men comic in a long time. I think his last maybe appearance was in Wolverine Origins, it wasn't Wolverine Origins, probably Wolverine standalone series after House of M. I think he was in there. But the thing is, too, we haven't gotten confirmed yet. Maverick might not have his mutant powers. But I just thought it was a fun little thing. But as you can see, the artwork here, I love how they draw Doctor Doom. This is when Union Jack jumps him. I love this use of splash pages. This artwork is really top notch. I just love how they draw, I love how they draw Doctor Doom. He is probably one of my favorite Marvel characters besides Magneto. And just, another page here. But also, too, throughout this issue, Doctor Doom is really contemplating, the future. That's been, a lot of things that writers have done with Doctor Doom is he's really not the bad guy. He's trying to like save the world, but that's what they're doing in these, so far in these two issues. He keeps getting this vision of his future self saving the world, but he kind of hates himself. And also Kang keeps popping in and out to kind of, like, first issue, he kind of annoys Doom. He doesn't know where the hell he is. In issue 2, Doom surrenders. Latveria is being occupied. Dr. Doom is flown to New York. Let's just pull that up here quick. Right here in issue 2, this is Dr. Doom being taken to New York. We can see Silver Sable, Doctor Strange, the return of Herbie over here. This is a member of Silver Sable's group, the Wild Pack. Of course, you had Union Jack, just some Special Forces guy, and then Agent Zero, Maverick back here. But what's kind of funny here is this little exchange with Herbie later. The Fantastic Four are too busy dealing with the black hole on the moon, and Doom's kind of insulted that they didn't show up. But this is a pretty good issue. There's this, I think it's a quote from Shakespeare Doom says while he's being transported. Fits really well, and the best thing about so far in these two issues, no cringy ass SJW dialogue, which is awesome. Doom feels like Doom. He reacts like Doom. I love this. This series is pretty good, and I would definitely recommend picking up if you're a Doctor Doom fan or even a Fantastic Four fan. I mean, it's got the Skulls recommendation. Now, time to move on to another revamped series here. Let's get up here. And that is the return of Ghost Rider. Kind of a flashback to the 90s here. This is what really sold me was this cover, because it's my favorite Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch. And this does feature the return of Danny Ketch. Now, a little bit of a background on where for this series is down here in the corner. You can see right here. That's Johnny Blaze. And if you're wondering why he looks the way he does here, there was a storyline out, I think, beginning of near the end of 2018 called Damnation. That came out of a shit storyline called Secret Empire, which I don't want to bore you with it. It was a crap story. But there was an event in there where evil Nazi Captain America destroyed Las Vegas. Long story short, Secret Empire sucked, but we'll get summarizing Damnation, which I will do a skull pick on later on, but Damnation, Doctor Strange tried to use his Sorcerer Supreme powers to bring everyone back and rebuild Las Vegas. Kind of like something they do in DC, but they never really did in Marvel. But there's consequences when he brings Las Vegas back. He brought hell with him, particularly Mystifos. He opened up a casino, and he was stealing people's souls and unleashing demons on the earth. But how they stopped Mystifos was, again, freeing Doctor Strange, but the real way they beat Mystifos is on Earth, leaving his vacant throne in Hell unoccupied. So Johnny Blaze sacrificed himself, went to Hell, and assumed control of Hell, and therefore becoming the King of Hell now. Now, so far in the storyline here, here in issue 1, pretty much the inhabitants of Hell don't like the new management. They don't like Johnny Blaze being the King of Hell. They're rebelling against him, and they're trying to escape into the real world. Now, the storyline is a bunch of demons did get out into the real world, to Earth, and Johnny is trying to get them back. And here's Blaze walking around barefoot, and he can literally smell sin now. And he pretty much, the first issue, he's going around hunting for demons, and he bumps into Danny to check on him, who, Danny's pretty much down on his, he owns a bar, but he's pretty much miserable, and he hates that he's Ghost Rider. Pretty much right now in Marvel, there's like 3 or 4 Ghost Riders, but Danny and Johnny will always be the Ghost Rider to me. There's the one who has the Charger that's on the Avengers team, but that's a whole nother mess that I don't want to get into right now, but pretty much this whole issue deals with either Danny is being manipulated by the spirit of his mother, trying to convince him that Johnny is losing his grip on being Johnny and becoming like almost a full-fledged demon, because Danny starts seeing the ghost of his mother, and she's telling him that Johnny's losing control. But Johnny is feeling like he's in full control because he's trying to stop demons. We don't know who's being manipulated, and if it's true, Johnny's losing his grip and becoming just another bad guy. We don't know. And that's the beauty in issue 2 is they do a pretty good job where it's like here he is, here's Johnny right here, torturing a demon, and Johnny has a new ability. It's what is it? It's I can't remember right now because it's not the penance stare anymore. It says Johnny's the king of hell. It's like I think it's something like the sin stare or something, where you can like see if you truly aren't sinful anymore, you can go to like heaven or ascend, but if not, you go right back to hell. Because that's what some of these demons are like. Oh, we've been punished enough. We want freedom. But also in this issue too, Johnny and Danny do fight. And pretty much Danny gets a few licks in, but again, Danny forgets where the Ghost Rider gets his powers from, the King of Hell. So Johnny pretty much gives Danny what he wants and takes away him being a Ghost Rider, and it appears he kills him. But we don't know. I hope that's not true, because Danny Ketch is my favorite Ghost Rider. Like I said with Doom, I was a little worried about this storyline, but I like it. Definitely check it out if you want. If you're a fan of 90s Ghost Rider, you'll love these issues. Now, let's move on to another issue here. And that is Morbius the Living Vampire. I thought the cover was interesting, so I wanted to check it out. I like Morbius from the Spider-Man cartoon, so I checked this one out. This one's pretty good, pretty brutal, which I like. It's a vampire comic, it should be. Basic story, kind of goes into his origin a little bit, but it's picking up pretty much where he left off in like Spider-Man stories. Again, he's trying to cure himself, and he almost thinks he does, but he kind of overcharges his hunger, and there's some chick hunting him down. It's really good. The artwork inside is pretty decent. Alright, here's a panel. These are like, the story starts out where the Melter is like experimenting on people. It's the Melter right here. He's experimenting on people. I think he's trying to get people superpowers, but Morbius pretty much jumps all of his goons, drains some of them a bit, doesn't kill anybody, but he steals all the Melter's chemicals and equipment. That's what he tries to use to cure himself. And then this vampire hunter chick shows up, and she's hunting for Morbius. There's only one issue out so far. it's got my interest. I'm definitely going to keep checking it out, and I'll pop back in when issue 2 comes out to let you guys know if it's any good. Now, let's get to the final issue here I wanted to talk about here on Skull Picks. And that is Fantastic Four Grand Design. Now, Marvel's been doing these. I think the X-Men one just got done. But they just started doing this Fantastic Four one. What this is, I would say would be a perfect book to get somebody who wants to try and get into comics, but doesn't know the long history of the characters. And what I mean by is this is pretty much like a really good history book almost, where it's almost drawn in the Jack Kirby-esque style, but this issue literally tells almost the entire origin of the Marvel Universe, from the Celestials coming to Earth, to the Kree coming, to Galactus creating the Silver Surfer, to the Inhumans rising, and all the way up to the Fantastic Four. This tells their early history, and again, this is just issue 1, but this is, I think, a great comic series that Marvel is doing. They did the X-Men one. This just, it's compressing the history so new fans can read it and understand, like, maybe certain storylines or maybe certain references characters have, but it's not told like in like a textbook. It's fun. I love the art style. For anyone who's like a Jack Kirby fan or loves the Silver Age look, or like the 60s drawing, I definitely picked this up. It's pretty good writing. I think it's the same guy who did the X-Men one. I have the X-Men issues. I just hadn't had time to sit down and read them because these are pretty thick. I think it's worth the $6, but I definitely picked this one up. I'm definitely going to continue with this one. So I think we're going to draw it at end here. Went a little long, but I always do. Again, I know all the stuff going on with YouTube right now and this COPA bullshit. I'm a little worried, but I'm still going to try and make videos. Just keep checking on here, because if I get kicked off here, I always have my BitChute account, which is the same name. It's Strange Skull for BitChute, so you can always check me out there. And always check me out on the Spaceman's channel when we do our live streams. Might be a little hard around the holidays this time, but we'll see. But just keep checking back here when we delve once more into the Skull Pit for some Skull Picks. Take care, guys.
Such heroic nonsense.